Hello and welcome to Coding Challenges. In this video, we are going to complete 10 coding challenges which are based on JavaScript, HTML, and CSS. So, without wasting any time, let's get started. So, as you can see, I'm in my folder of uh, JS challenges, and now I'm having challenge 1, 2, and 3. So, let's complete them. So, first challenge is, as you can see here, let's open it with code. So, here's the first project, which is challenge 1, and it says like create a button that alerts hello world when clicked. Okay, so what we need to create a button, and whenever we click on that button it says hello world. Okay, so for that we are going to use bootstrap because it make our work more faster and efficient. So let's go to Google and search for getbootstrap.com. And okay, so let's go down a little bit and let's copy this css. Let's put it above. Let's copy JavaScript. Now, after that is done, let's check it out. Is it working or not? Or let's make the button directly. So we are going to make a button. So let's give the class btn success, and let's say hello world. Let's save this. So if the moment I save it, I go back. Okay, let me just run the server. So as you can see, here's comes the say hello world button. Let's copy this URL, close it, and open it in Chrome. So for opening in Chrome, let's paste it, press enter. Now you can see here's the button, say hello world. Okay, so what we need whenever we click on it, hello world. Okay, so for that let's give it an ID. Let's give it an ID. Let's give like run ID. Okay, or let's say see. So let's give it. Okay, so there are two methods for making this. Let's say method one is, let's take the button first by its ID. So we can say let button is equal to document dot query selector and hash track the say. After that, let's say like button dot add event listener, and we are going to say whenever someone clicks on it, we need to run a callback. And the callback, what does it say? It says like alert a hello world. Okay, let's save this and let's go back here, reload it, click on say hello world, right? Now the second method, let me tell you what's that. So the second method, you can declare a function with the name run. Now in this function, what I'm going to do, alert hello world, save it. Now I can go back here and say like on click, and we can say run. Okay, so this is the second method, that how we can do that. So let's go back, reload it, and click on hello world, but it's not working. Okay, so there is an error that run is not defined on run. So let's console it. Okay, let's comment it out, and now let's go back. Now you can see here's the hello world comes. So these are the two ways that we can use to create this program. Okay, so our first challenge is completed. Let's go on to the next challenge. So the next challenge says make a program that asks the user for their name and greets them by using their name. So in this program, what we need to make a prompt, and by using the prompt we can take the input and give the output by using alert. Okay, so how we can do that, we can go to the script.js here, and here's the sample code. Let's do. So here's the name, here comes the name, let name. So let's say let name is equal to prompt, and let's say the user to enter their name. So I enter the name. Okay, so the moment I say like let name is equal to prompt, enter the name, so the user will enter their name. Okay, so enter the name, not so let's say enter your name, And suppose there is nothing in the box right now, so we are going to give a default value user. Okay, and then we are going to check if suppose there is some input like name, then we are going to say hello name. Okay, hello name is what's the name is. So let's say if name, then what we are going to say like alert hi name, and else we are going to say alert invalid, or let's say I don't, in double quote let's say I don't talk to strangers. That's it. So as you can see, here's the program. That's a very simple one. And let's save it and click on go live. Now let's okay, let it be. Now here's in default there is user. I can change it by using my name. So Ayush. Click on okay. Hi Ayush. And if I reload it without giving anything, hi I user, because they have a user in default. Okay, and suppose if I cut the user as well and click on okay, I don't talk to strangers, right? So yeah, that's the second challenge and it is completed. Okay, so let's move on to the next challenge. That's the challenge number 3. So here's the third project that is on the basis of calculator. So let's see what's there. So create a product calculator that adds two number input by the user. Okay, so what we are going to take, we are going to take two numbers from the user by using input box, and then we are going to add them. Okay, and give the output. So here let's go ahead and say button dot btn dot btn success, and okay, so this is another thing. So let's say first the input box, so input dot, and let's say form control, and that's it. So let's say hashtag input one, and we are going to make two box. Okay, that's it. Let's press enter to okay, now let's give the input to id to another one, and here's it is. So let's save this, and yeah, and let's give some okay, so in the button let's say add, and that's it. So yeah, we can say on click add, and what we are going to do, we are going to say like this id input, right? So we are going to say document dot query selector hashtag input one document. Okay, let's say the second parameter document dot query selector, and let's say hashtag input 2. So that's it. Now let's save this and go back. Now here let's say a function add, and that will take a num1 comma num2, and we are going to just say like alert num1 plus num2. Okay, so let's save this thing and let's click on go live first. Now here's the first second, so let's say 2 3 object okay, so here's the thing. Now in the parameters let's say dot value. Now let's go here and reload it. So let's say 2, let's say 3, add 23. So it's like taking them as string, but we do not want string, we want okay, so let us taking it as string, and let us evaluate it by using the eval function. I hope that works. So num1 let's say num2, and that's it. So let's save this and let us go back. Let's try to add these two numbers. 5, right? As you can see, here's the 5 comes. So this is how we can add these numbers. You can also make a container for the results. Okay, you can print them as per you need. So you just 2 3 add, and the 5 comes here. So let's do that as well. Let's make a container here. So let's make a container. Let's say dot container hashtag container, and that's it. Now in the container, okay, let's give it another name, container1. Okay, because in bootstrap there is a default container class, so we should not do anything. So container id container. Okay, so now what we need to go back to javascript and say let container is equal to document dot query selector, and we are going to say like hashtag container. That's it. Now here what we are going to do is we are going to make a card. So for the card we need get bootstrap.com here, and in this let's go to docs and let's go a little bit down and click on the card. As you can see, here's the card. Okay, so let's copy this. Okay, let's copy this. Okay, let's copy this to clipboard, and now okay, let's take it as a value because we can't do let's sum is equal to evaluate. Okay, and let's say exp means expression. So what was the expression? The expression was num1 plus num2. And let's take the container. So let's say container dot inner html plus equal to. Now here in the let's remove the image here, and in the title let's give some title. Okay, let's give the answer. Okay, so let's give the title as the expression. Okay, let's give the expression here. So let's say question, and let's say expression. Now in the description, let's say let's remove this all, and let's say answer, and let's say the sum, and that's it. So here's the data. So let's remove this thing. Now let's go back and reload it, and let's say 2. Okay, let's do 2 3 add. Question was 2 plus 3, answer is 5. Amazing. Let's say 4. Let's say another 20 32, 32, and the answer is 36, right? So yeah, that's an amazing project. We just completed that by using bootstrap. So let's go on to the next project. So here comes the next question, that is about create a simple clock that displays the current time in real time. So what we need, let's close it and let's make a file first, index.html file, and let's paste the source code of the previous project, remove these extra code. Okay, so that's done. Now let's create, okay, let's go ahead, create a file. Let's click here, create a file, and now that's all done. The basic setup is ready. Let's give it clock. So what we are going to do, we are going to make a container, means a card, and in that card we are going to show our time. Okay, so the main goal of this project is going to show you how we are going to use request animation frame function in JavaScript. So here let's go ahead and go to Google and search for, let's say, card about, okay, let's say card, and now copy this thing here. Let's go back and paste it. Now let's remove this image, and In this we are going to give a title here, and then in the description we can give anything. So that's and here comes the width. So there is a width of 18 rem. So let's rename this width to 48 rem, and that's it. So let's save this and let's click on go live. Now here's the thing, card title, and that's it. Go somewhere, right? So let's say height, and the height, let's say 12 rem. Let's save. Okay, let's save this. Let's say text align center. Okay, so text align center does not seems to be good. So let's say left only, and let's say display flex flex. Okay, so let's say okay, so let's say align items center. Now I hope that is the same thing that happened right now. So let's say justify content center. So let's say justify content and let's say center. So here's the justify content center. Okay, so text align left. Let's remove the height right now. Now let's go back and you can see here's the card. So what we need to just give it some margin top and left. Okay, so let's say margin top of 20 rem, and let's say margin left of 20 rem. That's it. Let's save this and go back. So I want to center it up in the screen. So let's give it like 15 and 15. Let's say 15 15. So okay, what happened? 15 15. Okay, 150, sorry. Now let's save this, and now you can see here's the card, and yeah, this is a good position. Now let's give some title here. So we are using h5, so let's give it h1 only, and let's save this. Add in it. Okay, so that's fine. Okay, so in the card title we are going to give something else right now. Let's let it be empty. Okay, so let's copy up this much of template here and go to script.js, and let's say document.inner. Okay, so document.body dot inner plus equal to. So here comes the thing. Okay, now what we need the date, we need the date. Okay, so we need the date, we need the time. So for that, let's say let date is equal to new date. Yeah, so here's the date. So let's say console.log date, and let's save this and go back here and inspect it. One error is there, data is not defined. Change it to date. Now we are getting something. Okay, 20 messages we are getting, but not okay, not a single output we are getting. So in console.log new date. Okay, okay, here's the date. So that's Thursday, April 2020. Okay, so it's giving us the date. So let's search for dates in JS. So there are a lot of methods of representing date, like date this. So We're having a year, month, and date, a lot of things. So year, month, date. Okay, new date. Creates a data object with a specified date and time. Okay, so we can do like 2018 11. JavaScript count months from 0 to 11, January 0, December 11. Okay, we want local date string. So let's say local. This is a function in JavaScript that returns some date. Local date string. Okay, here's it is. So date. So how we can use that? We can use that by using something like new date to local date string, right? So let's go ahead and let's say date dot to local date string, and let's say in, and let's save this. Now if I go back here to at this place, then I go 20/4/2023. So that's correct. So now let's go ahead and say let hours is equal to new hours. Wait a while, sorry, that's not new date. One more time, a new date, and we are going to say like console.log hours dot get. Okay, so let's say, so let's paste it here, and let's say at this place get hours, and after that let's say let minutes is equal to new date dot get minutes. Let's say let seconds is equal to new date dot get seconds, and let's say let, okay, milliseconds, is that required? No, I think so, no. So now here let's represent that. For that we can say here first the date. After that we are going to say something like dot, like this, hours is to seconds, and in between there is the minutes. Now let's save this and let's go back. So here's the time updating every second, right? So what we need real-time data. For that, what we can do here, so let's go ahead and say, okay, let's make a function here. Function get real time data. And in this I'm going to just put up my this code when where I'm appending the code, and also the variables inside. Okay, and what I'm going to say like request animation frame. Okay, let's put it inside here. Get real time data, and let us say get real time data. Let's call this thing here, and now let's go back. So okay, not like this, not like this. What we need to say plus, not plus equal to, at this place equal to. Now you can see we're getting the real time data updating every second. So you can see what's the hours, what's the minutes, and what's the seconds. Okay, so here's the date, and that's it. Now in the description let's take time Wikipedia, and let's copy up one para. Let's copy this and go ahead and paste it. Let's paste. Okay, I think that was not copied. Let's copy this, paste it. Now what we can say in the button, let's make a button, and that says like get worldwide real time data. Okay, so let's give something like this and let's save this. Let's go back here and reload. Now you can see here it is. So our this project is also done. That we need to make a clock. So here it is. So it's showing the time and some para and then a button is there, right? So yeah, that's all for this project. Now let's move on to the next project. That's going to be the fifth one. Now here comes the last. Means not the last, but half the project is completed. Means half of the challenges are completed. We are on the fifth challenge, and the challenge says make a program that generates a random number between 1 and 100 and ask the user to guess the number. Okay, so yeah, this is an interesting one. We are going to use prompts and alerts to do this. So let's go here and say index.html and let's paste. Look at this thing here and let's paste up the boilerplate. Now at this place, let's go to script.js. Let's create the file if not there. And yeah, now at this place, let us do one thing. And what's that? Let us say prompt new generating new number between 1 and 100. And not prompt, let's say an alert and one more alert done. And now let us say let a let okay, let's make a function here. So okay, let's one let win because we are making a game. So we need a condition that are you winning or not. So let win is equal to false. Okay, and let us say let number is equal to math dot random, and that will create a random number. But what we need to multiply this number with, let's say, because we want to create a number. So suppose if it returns something like zero point 0.6, so we multiply it by 10 to get 6, right? And suppose what if it says like point or something like this, right? If it says something like this, then the result is going to be 63 point, okay, 6.33, right? So what we can do, we can multiply it by 100, so we get 63 point something. Okay, so yeah, here's a way we can multiply it by 100, and after multiplying it by 100, we can say math dot float means we can like math dot float, and that's it. Here's the number. Now what we need to say, we need to say like function and this. Okay, let's say while let's make a condition here when not equal to true, until or unless the when is not true, till we are going to repeat this. Okay, so we are going to say let num is equal to prompt, not print, prompt guess the number, and after that we are going to say if num is equal to number. Okay, so we are going to say if it's equal to the number, then we are going to say win is equal to true because you win the match, right? And suppose if else if num is greater than number, if num is greater than the number, we are going to say, we are going to alert it. Now here, suppose if the number is greater than the if the number the user choose is greater than the number, we can say choose a smaller one. And suppose else if number is smaller than that number, means the number that user choose is smaller than the original number, we are going to say choose a bigger one. And else, suppose if there is no output, alert, okay, so we are not going to do anything. And suppose else if, okay, where is that, let num is equal to prompt, choose a smaller one. And suppose if it is if someone wins the game, then what we are going to say, if win equal to true, you are going to say alert, you win. Now let's call save this, and now let's click on go live. I hope that works. So okay, guess the number, say 2, choose a bigger one. Okay, let's say 23, choose a smaller one. 21, choose a bigger one. 22, you win. Is the number was 22, right? Let's press enter. So this was a fun, yeah, this was in fact one. So let's reload it one more time, let us see. Okay, generating a number, okay, done. Now let's say 23, choose a smaller number. 21, one more time smaller number. 20, 15, 3, 5. Yes, the answer is going to be 4, you win. Yeah, so yeah, that's fun. So let's change the title here. Guess the number game. If I go back, let's play it one more time. Let's say 40, smaller one, 30. One more time, smaller one, 20, 10. Okay, but the number was 10 in fact. Okay. So yeah, that was like we have completed like half of the challenges, means 5 challenges are completed and 5 are left. So we are going to do them in the next video. So that's all for this video. Meet you in the next video, when we are going to just complete all these. So till then, see you.